The U.S. ambassador, as well as General Westmoreland, both seemed to say quick, easy, and simple responses that were just down to the point. They did not want to answer more or less. In my opinion, it seems like they gave very little wiggle room for there to be any type of questions. It's almost as if they had a type of story or script to stick to, and they had to explain it in a way that would not raise any type of questions or concerns. They also kept mentioning that everything was under control, but if that were the case, the Viet Cong would have never been able to launch a siege on the embassy, let alone launch the Tet Offensive in the militarized town of Saigon. Clearly, there is a military failure of some kind, and the city was not properly defended or prepared for an attack of this scale, but they still tried their best with what they had. Often, televised footage shows what can truly be going on during the war, which can severely impact the opinions of the public and their attitudes during the war. A good example of this is when soldiers get interviewed. Most of them tend to say the truth of the war and the fighting that takes place. The interviewer in the second video asked soldiers what the worst of all the fighting was, and all of them seem to give the same replies, that they never seem to know where the enemy is at, and they always seem to be hiding everywhere. The interviewer also states that the fighting always seems to be happening everywhere and nowhere at the same time, making it hard for soldiers to engage in combat, thus placing them on edge. Every soldier that got interviewed also said they would rather be fighting anywhere else than in Saigon. It was always a constant siege, and you never knew for certain what was around the corner. But that's what it is with war. It is always very sudden.